Alright, what are we doing now? You gonna go on? Okay.
Just make sure I'm getting sound.
Okay, just check that out. Out the window, you can see the chip trap on the wall there. That has a double application. That hose is replaceable or swappable. Or I simply take, unplug one and plug the other in. And that feeds my vacuum system throughout the room. So we're going to put it back to the saw alone, because that also picks up my dust-free cabinet there where I do all my dremeling and sanding in the cabinet, so I don't have any dust when I'm using my Dremel. But the actual vacuum, I don't know if you can see it out the window, is on the front porch. 16-gallon shop vac, feeds a 2-inch PVC line, comes into here, and is cut down to 1 inch. And everything is fed off of 1-inch PVC. The saw got a bracket mounted on for pivoting, got it keyed where it stops in a preset area. The light is adjustable, it's locked with a lock nut, but it's adjustable. You unloosen the lock nut and you can pivot the light and do whatever else you need to do with it for other purposes. Magnifier is set for me so it always returns. When I'm doing fret work, I just swing it out, bottom load. I'm going to step in and show you what that does. If I'm doing a piece of fret work, we got a number of holes. When I come in, if I have trouble seeing, I can simply just tilt the light and there is no problem finding the holes. Well, it works super. See what?
No dust.
The biggest advantage, this has got a telescope. So this is adjustable for whatever height of work you're using. When I bring this down in the normal position, then I set this to the work, to just clear the work. It's a side mount, so it's picking up everything from side, but it is adjustable. And that also swings into position each and every time without doing any modifications. When I set the I like my blade tight. I got a piece of sheetrock. It's encapsulated. The only reason for that is it's always exposed on both sides and edges. So if I put it down without encapsulating, I'm going to get dust and mess on the table. You can see the table is clean top and bottom. Bring the light down. Everything is set up clean. I'm going to take and turn the vac on and cut my vac switches down here on the side. Using a number 5 bar whip. FD blade. this should create approximately the same amount of fine dust that you would incur in a couple hours of rolling with wood. You'll get a lot more dust because you'll be getting the big stuff as well. The big stuff is not really detrimental because you can't breathe. It's too big to go in your nose and it's heavy enough to stay down. The simple zigzag pattern I'm using here is primarily to get some volume out of a small piece of wood. In a minute, I'm going to turn the vacuum off. I'll let you see what I'll swing this out of the way. That's how much dust you got. Underneath you can see how much dust you got. Now we're going to try, we're going to rehook. I was going to pop that out so you can see it. It is sheetrock. There's the core of it. Now we're going to leave the vac off and see what the difference is. We got to take the junction off. Let that get out of position when he moved it down there to do the camera. Bring that into key position. This is the ultra fine stuff. So this is the stuff that'll cause issues with your lungs and sinuses. And you get a percentage of this every time you cut wood of any kind. Some wood's toxic, some wood is, especially your exotics, can have some nasty stuff in it that you don't want to breathe. And you can see that without a blower on there, you can't even see the line. I don't have a fan going in here. I don't want one going in here because I don't want to move this stuff around. When we get done here,
just turn your vac back on while you're cutting and watch it settle up.
then we're going to kick the vac on. The only problem with doing that is you won't be able to show what. So I'm going to turn it back off. Going to continue. Going to cut some more. And as we accumulate some more dust on the table, I'm going to cut through. That's what we got on just absolutely ultra fine. I'm going to swing this out, bring the lamp way down here and look underneath and see how much we've got from underneath. If I can't see, I'm not going to look. I'll let you be the judge when I look at it in the video. I'll be able to tell what we got. Now, to give you an idea. Normal way. But that is my system. This comes in, picks up the top. This one's on a manifold underneath, takes it right at the blade. Like I say, when this is out of the way, your saw is totally clear. You can take this thing all the way back if you want to. If you have an issue and you ever need to, I don't really want to, but that's what you got. So you can see, make up your own mind whether or not for me, it's in the way. I've got breathing problems and heart problems. I'm in the worst place in the world in the house. It's real nice because I'm atmospherically controlled, so I can work in here summer or winter, night or day. And I can be around with my wife and keep an eye on things and still create and do my hobby. I hope this has been some beneficial to somebody, and if you have any questions or constructive comments, why, give me a buzz. That chip trap, by the way, actually came out of my old above ground swimming pool, so there's a cage in there. So if any of my chips that are of value happen to get in there, I can simply take that apart, reach in the cage and get it. I haven't had the occasion really to need it, but that catches all the chips and chunks. I clean that maybe every 3 or 4 months. Just simply pulls out, take it outside, dump it out, and change it. These hoses, if you have an issue, these are vac hoses. If you need to back flush something, you can always take your blade out, turn this upside down, put that on, and if there's anything that should get jammed in your... but the other thing that's of importance is this will tilt. Nothing in this system gets in the way of the knob, it gets in the way of anything. The tilt on the right hand side will go to 20 degrees. This will go as far as the scale will let it. And I say that because if you look at the top of the table, even though you've got 45 degrees showing, when you get to this point, you start, first you're going to, let me do it the other way. You're going to hit the table before you hit 45 degrees. So there's no way, if you look at the scale, there's no way in the world you can get without cutting into your table. Why anybody would want to go that far, I don't know, but I never find a need to go more than about 2 or 3 degrees, sometimes 8 max. So the table, the way it's set up, is not in any way interfering with the vacuum system, isn't in any way blocking or getting in the way of the table. So now we're back to operating mode. So I'll just simply take this off, turn this on. You get the idea, on the video. But that's my system, that's how it works. Like I say, if you got any questions or comments, let me know. The rest of this is so fine, it even sticks to the table. I'll have to take I haven't waxed this recently, so I need to wax the table. But you can see how ultra fine, that's finer than anything you're gonna incur, and if it'll stop that dust. Did you look? Yeah, you looked under here. I didn't look to see if there was any dust underneath there or not. That's it.